Bridget Bartlett here. Today, I am super excited to show you the funnel builder and the website builder, which are actually the same thing. There's just a few differences that I'm going to show you today. I'm going to give you an overview of both of those, and then also I'm going to share with you some of the new updates that HighLevel has just released in the last couple months. Okay, so to get started, of course, you need to get into your sub account, and you will see sites here. Okay, so in the sites tab, you're going to see funnels, websites, blog, WordPress, client portal, forms, surveys, chat widget, media file, and your URL redirects. What we're going to focus on today is just the funnels and the websites. So you'll see here the funnel. In the funnel section, the main difference is going to be how it's laid out. So let me explain that. I'm going to go ahead and click here to create a new funnel. And I'm actually just going to create one from a template. Of course, if you wanted to create one from blank, you could do that. But I'm going to choose from the templates. You also can, as the agency owner, you can add your own templates to the template library. Definitely check out the training on my YouTube channel that I did on that. But if I wanted to create any of these templates, these are templates for the funnels. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead. Let's choose one of these. I'm going to go ahead. We can preview this here, and I'm going to go and add this. I think my screen is really large or something. It's giving me a weird thing here. So let's go back. Let's choose another one. I don't know why that looks so weird. Okay, so where is my option? Where's my option to choose this? Okay. I don't know why that's doing that. That's really weird. I think something's up with my screen. All right, so what I'm going to do, instead of showing you this, I'm actually just going to build one from scratch. So let's just go test and create. Okay, and now I've created my funnel, and you'll see here I need to add a step. So I'm just going to call this step 1. We'll make that the path. And if you did have a ClickFunnels funnel, if you're coming from ClickFunnels to HighLevel, you actually can just import the URL of the ClickFunnels page, and you can import that into your site. But I'm just going to click create funnel page, or funnel step rather. And you see here that we just want to either use an existing website. So if I wanted to choose one of the other pages that I have from a website or from a funnel, I could do that here. Like you see the custom menu link. Let's just say I'll choose, we'll just do blank. Okay, so I'm just going to create a blank one. So let's do create from blank here. And now you see our basic page. Okay, so the way that you really want to start building with a HighLevel funnel builder is you want to move in one of the sections. Okay, so you can choose a full width, a wide, a medium, a small, just depends on your use case here. But typically I choose the full width. And what I really like to do is duplicate this 3 times. Okay, so this is going to be the header here. And in my header, I may want to add just 1 column. I'm going to click here. And when you're adding the columns, you're thinking about like the section is like the wall. The columns are like the section of the wall that you want to put your like, let's just say if you were mapping out images, like you were mapping out like many different frames that you wanted to hang on your wall, this is kind of what the column would be. And then of course we're clicking to add the elements. So we're just going to add 1 element here. If I did want to, maybe I brought in 1 column and I'm like, really, I need 2 columns in this to really get the result that I'm looking for. You could, of course, duplicate this, and now you have 2 columns. You could also duplicate this entire section here, and then you would have another column and a section. Okay, so I'm just going to delete this here. So when you have your sections and columns here, in the header, you would probably want to put a menu. So I'm going to scroll down here in the elements section. You see we have sections, we have rows, and we're basically just working our way down here because you need the section, then you need the row, and then you need, of course, the elements. I don't know why my mouse is acting weird. Okay, so now I need my element, so I can add headline text, subheadline text, I can add paragraph text or bullet points. I can add a button or a form that I have inside my account. I can also basically turn this into a blog page by adding the blog element. or the blog post element to my page. I could also add the category navigation for my blog. I could import the image slider. That's a new thing since the Level Up Summit. We can add a video, an image, an FAQ section. We can add any code here, a survey, and we have a survey builder inside of our every sub account. We can add a calendar here that we have inside the calendar section inside of HighLevel. We can add a map here, an SVG. We can add reviews, which we have reputation management inside of HighLevel. So it's pulling all of the different features of HighLevel. You can actually just pull them in. For example, if I wanted to pull in the calendar, which would be weird in a header, but if I wanted to pull it in, you can see here that I could pull in now my demo calendar and just simply embed that. Okay, so that's kind of what it looks like when you're adding the elements there. Of course, I have my countdown timer, my minute timer, my day timer. That's really kind of a requirement when you're doing a funnel, right? You can add the navigation menu. That's probably what we'd want to add in the header. So I'm going to go ahead and drag that in here. And when you click on the header here, you can actually, if you look in the right-hand side here, we have the navigation menu. So we have the general sections here, or the general settings rather. So you can adjust the padding, the background color, the mobile background color, the letter spacing. You can change the menu here. So you see that it says home, about, and then contact in the menu, but this is actually offset to the right a little bit. So that is, if you go to the about page, you'll see when we hover over about, it says team. So that's how you can configure your menu. And of course you can add a new menu item there if you want to, and link out to that either on a page. You can see a page, a step in the funnel, and that is different for the funnel builder as opposed to the website builder, because the website builder will say go to a page, and then in the funnel builder, it's saying go to a step. Okay, so that'll make more sense when we create the next page. So I'm just going to say to leave this blank here. And you can change the headline font in all of the different colors, and you can change the spacing. You can add your brand logo, or you can choose to toggle that off if you don't want that there. And then, of course, the image, you can change the action so that it goes maybe to your home page or something like that. And then, of course, you have some advanced settings. So you will see the same format with everything inside the builder, okay? And when I say that, I mean the layout here, for example. If I click to add, you'll see here the sections, the rows, the elements, and then I'll talk about global sections and section templates in a second. But all of those things are going to be on the left-hand side. Then when you click inside of the element to edit that, it's going to be on the right-hand side. Okay, so this is like general, and then these are really specific settings. Okay, so that's basically how it is laid out. Now in the footer section, once you create your header here, you probably want to create your footer. And so you may want to, which just to continue going on here, you also have the, of course, image feature here. You have the progress bar, you have social media icons, two-step order form, one-step order form, and then order confirmation. So when you are connecting, you're basically adding these when you're creating an e-commerce store, which we have that functionality now. Definitely check out the training on my YouTube channel I did for that. But you have the forms, and then when you bring in the form, you're connecting the product to the page, and I'll go over that in just a second. But going back to the footer, you may want to add, for example, your social media icon. So let's find where is the social media right here. Oops, we forgot. We need to add a row here. So I'm just going to go ahead and add one row. We'll add an element, and then I'm going to grab that social media icon. And maybe we want this in our footer. Okay, so of course, just like all of the elements, when you click there, you'll see on the right-hand side all of the options for you to edit that. With this one, you have the general settings, you have the themes, so you can choose different ways for it to look here. And then also you have some advanced settings as well if you want, a different look. Now you'll also see up here, if I wanted to see what this looked like on mobile, I can click here, and then I can adjust according to the mobile settings that I want. You'll also see up here that you'll be able to toggle for the text. You'll be able to toggle between mobile and desktop there as well. Okay. Now, if I wanted to change the background color here, which I probably do because right now it's transparent, I could click there to change the background color. If I wanted to change the background color of the entire page, you would want to come up here to these settings here. Okay. So we have the plus sign, which adds a new element or rows. We have the different layers here, and you can see that I have just my page and a pop-up. The pop-up settings are in here, but those are the only layers that I have on this page right now. Let's go ahead and add another row, and let's add some text. So we're going to add a column here. We'll just choose that. Oops, too many. So we'll add some headline text. Maybe actually instead we want to add an additional column here. Maybe we want to delete this and we're going to put like a video. Okay, so let's go over here and we will grab a video. Let me find it. If you ever cannot find it, all you need to do is come up here to the search and then you can type it in and you'll find it. So I'm going to drag that in. And now I have this video, and you'll see when you click on the video on the right-hand side, all of the settings change. So you can add your URL, you can upload a hosted video. You have lots of options there. If you do upload a hosted video, which we do have video hosting inside of HighLevel, it's in the media gallery. You can select your video, select the thumbnail, and you can also choose autoplay. We also have, and this is fairly new, an option where you can actually generate leads from a video. So you would just toggle that on and you choose the amount of time that you want to go by before you send them to a form. Okay, so it'll actually have a form that pops up and it will encourage them to opt in. Okay, if you wanted to use the other feature here, when you have a funnel that you want to send them to another page when they have not registered first, then you can actually select the page here. So when I pull this up, nothing comes up because we only have one step in this funnel. But if you did have another step, then that page would show up here that you could choose from. Okay, so I'm going to actually change the background color here. And the reason that I want to do that is because I want to be able to see the different panels here. So I'm just going to say purple, and I'm going to say, let's choose black for this one. Actually, that's kind of weird because the background here, if I did want to change that, I just click in that, and then I can change the background maybe to transparent, and then there we go. Okay, so I have this footer, I have this main section here, and then I have my header here. Now you'll see, if I go over to layers, we still have just the page and the pop-up because that's really the only layers I have here. We also have the different pages. I only have one page here, but if I had multiple in this funnel, you would be able to see that here. If I wanted to add any tracking codes to the header or the footer of this page, I could do that here. And then also, if I wanted to add some custom CSS, this is the place I would add that. If I wanted to change the typography or the font rather for the entire funnel, I could do that here. And then I could also change the text color and the link color. So this is like the global text options here. You also have the ability to add an image to the background, and you can also change the color. We do have the ability now to add a video to the background of a section. So if you scroll down here now, you'll see when you click in that section, you'll see the option here to actually add a video in the background as well. So your pop-ups, you can select the pop-up here. You really only need one pop-up per page. That is the availability now. But if you did want to edit the pop-up here, you just add a row just like you typically would, and then you would add any elements that you want to add in here. Like maybe you would add a form. If you wanted to add a form in the same section, you just click the orange plus sign there, and then of course you could go to where the forms are, and if you can't find it, type in form, and then we'll just drag that in, and then of course it'll have you select whatever form you want to be filled out here. Okay, so that's what my form would look like. If you want to edit the settings of the pop-up, you just want to make sure to click here, and then again, you'll have all of those settings on the right-hand side. Going back here now to the settings here, once you have your pop-up there, you may want to change the SEO metadata. This is the data that's going to show when you share on social media or when someone Googles, it's going to show the headline there and the description. You have your keywords, the author. You can add the share image here, and then you can add some custom meta tags, some different links here. You can preview what that looks like, and of course, you'd want to update the SEO. You also have have the option to preview any custom codes that you've added here if you want to see what it looks like on the live view before you actually save it. And then you have this option here where you can actually put this in 2-column mode or auto. This is new, so let's see. Let's see together what this looks like. Um, I'm not getting it. Maybe you guys know. This is okay. So, oh, all right. Oh, okay. So, that's what that does there. So you can make it auto, or you can put it in like 2-column mode. Oh, okay. So that just removes that if you don't want that. And then there we go. Cool. Okay, so here in the top, you can, that's another way for you to choose between all of the pages. And of course, here you can toggle over from desktop to the mobile view. And then you can also check this here for any previous versions of your website or preview it to see what the live view looks like. And of course, if you want to do like undo something that you've done or you want to redo something, you have that option there. And you can also hide the settings this way here. Okay. So that's the gist of that. Now, I did tell you this section here, we have global sections and we have section templates, okay? Section templates are going to be templates, for example, let's say that I love this layout here and I don't want to, I basically just want to save it, okay? Because here's a reason why. A lot of times maybe we would want to like swap out these columns here. We want to like build a standard template that we use for every website. We could just duplicate these things here and let's go ahead and just swap out these columns. So maybe I love this format. I'm going to go ahead and save. If I want to save this section so that I don't have to redo it again, look, I can even add like maybe some subtext here or even some paragraph text. I could build out basically my standard template for a website, and then all I need to do is make some tweaks, right? So I can save each of these sections and I can use them on any funnel, any website in my entire sub account. And to save that, all I would need to do is click this little plus sign here. And then I can name it. So we'll just say test. And then we can add this to either global or the template section. Okay. So the template section is going to save, let me use it on any funnel website in my entire account. And when I change it on any of those, it will not change on any other section that I've pulled in, right? If I did want it to do that, for example, the header and the footer, then I would want to save that as a global section. Okay, so for this example, since I do want to change it a lot and I want the ability to use it outside of this funnel, I want to save this as a template, and I can do that here by saving. Now, when I do that, if I click the plus sign here and I go back to section templates, I'll be able to see that. And remember, we called it test. So here is my section template, and I'll be able to pull that in, and you'll see now that I have 4 of those sections here. Okay, so if I change this, if I did want to swap this out, it won't change that section template again. It won't change it anywhere else that I have that. However, as a global section, and I do this literally, I set all of those, like I showed you the 3 columns every single time I start a new funnel or website. And then what I want to do is I want to create my header and I want to create my footer and I want to get that situated. And then that way, all of the other pages, all I need to do is drag it in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and click here and I'm going to call this test header. That way I know which one it is. Test header. And then I'm going to save this as global. And then I'm going to go down here and I'm going to save this footer and we're going to call this test footer. And we're going to save this as global. Save. Okay. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to save the whole site down. And this is just our first page. I feel like the first page always takes the longest because you're always getting things, set up and you're creating your header and your footer and all of that. And then now all we need to do is we can either duplicate this page so that we don't have to recreate all that again, or we could start from scratch. So I'm just going to say, let's start from scratch and let's call this 2 and 2. And of course we could import a ClickFunnels page there if we wanted to, but I'm just going to create from blank. And let's go ahead and we'll create from blank again. But then again, at that step, I could have pulled in that page again. So I had the two different options. Now here, I don't want to really pull all of this in. I want to go right to the global sections, and I'm going to go to test header. And then I'm going to go to my section templates, and I'm going to type in test. And then now I'm going to pull that in. Okay, so there's my sections there. And then I'm going to go back to my global sections here, and then I'm going to pull in my footer. Okay, now you can see that the outline of this section is purple. That means it's global. Okay, so if I update anything here, it's going to also update on the first page because this is global. If I change anything here, it's not going to change anything on the first page because this is green. It is not global. It's just a standard template. And then here you can see this is purple, so it will update every single page that I put this on. So I'm going to go ahead and save now. And I'm going to go back here and let's go ahead and just create another page. And this one I'm going to show you how to duplicate from another website page. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click on, let me show you this first because this is really easy. Clone funnel in the step. Of course, I could set this, send it to another location or even add to another step there. So that's how you can clone it inside of your funnel. You can also go here. We'll just create page 3, create funnel step. And then we could also duplicate another page. So let's choose use existing. And we could even pull it in from a website, but we'll say test. And then let's just grab that first page there and import. Okay, so those are really all of the different ways that you can copy those pages there. Okay, so now inside of the stats section here, you'll be able to see all the page views and opt-ins and the sales and the earnings from that page. You'll also see here that you have the option to do A/B split testing. So if you wanted to duplicate this funnel step and then you wanted to create some variations so that you could test all of that, you could do that here with the split testing. Now, also you can monitor your sales here for this funnel, and you can change your settings. So if you had tracking codes and things that you wanted to put globally for the entire funnel, then you would paste that here. You also can, if you're testing your funnel, you could put it in test mode, or of course it could be live. You could choose to optimize the JavaScript. You could enable your chat widget that you could configure here. You could also change your domain or add your domain rather. And when you click here, it will take you to the domain section where you can go ahead and add another domain. So if I was going to add a domain, let's just say test.com. You'll see that it will automatically want to add the www, and you can toggle that on or not. If you're connected to one of the most popular registrars like GoDaddy and Cloudflare, it will automatically want to connect to your account, and then it will actually add those records for you. Once it does that, it will ask you what website you want to connect it to. If you are not using a popular one, you can actually click here and then add those records manually. Now, you'll see here that it says to send, let me get a little scratch pad here so I can show you. It says to send to this, let me bring this over, to this value here. Okay. But one of the new things that was just released with HighLevel is the huge speed improvements. Okay. So the website speed now is like 95 and the mobile speed is like 70. Okay. Which really makes it like among the fastest. Okay. So if you want to get all of your funnels with the new speed, what you need to do is open up the help.gohighlevel knowledge base. You want to type in like level 0 and you'll see the document here, but basically what you need to do is you need to upgrade your funnels. All you have to do is go into the funnel builder. You're going to delete that. You're going to go to the A record and you're going to add this A record, or this, you're going to go to your registrar. You're going to add this as the value. You can see it's a little bit different. It says level 0.funnels as opposed to this one here that says flash.funnels. Okay, so you're just going to delete that. You're going to add that record and replace it. Okay, and then you're going to connect it again. All right, so it's really simple. That is what you want to do to make sure to get all of those upgraded. All right. Now, let's go back here to the website. Okay, so this is basically the gist of the, I'm sorry, you also can toggle this on for the GDPR compliance and the image optimization. And here is where your body tracking code is. Your favicon, it does ask for a URL. And to get the URL, you can actually go to your media gallery here. I'm going to go ahead and open that up. And then you can right click, get the link here. And then when you go back into your funnel, let me go back here and go to sites. Then you will be able to paste this in here, and then it will update your favicon for you. And so if you're unfamiliar, a favicon is in the browser, the little image that shows next to your metadata there, okay, the title of your page. All right, so those are the basic settings for the funnel builder. Now you'll see the website builder is pretty similar, all right? You're gonna go to, but one thing I did wanna point out though, inside the funnel builder, you'll see that all of your pages are vertical, okay? That's how it builds and that's how it puts it all together. That's also why it says next step instead of the page, okay? Now you can see the layout here on this example. This is the difference in a website, all right? So we have multiple pages here and they're all grouped next to each other, okay? So in the menu, it wouldn't say go to next step. It would actually say go to which page. You also have your stats here, just the same as the funnel builder, and it's broken down by the pages. You can check your sales, and then you also have the same settings that are in the funnel builder. So it's very, very similar. If I wanted to add a new website, and again, you can create website templates from to put inside of the template library. You can create from blank, or you can create from any of these templates here. So if I click here, let's see if my screen is still giving me issues if I wanted to use this. Okay, so it's adding my template now, and I will be able to use that. Now, I won't be able to pull in any of the global options because that was just for that funnel. So you'll see if I click the plus sign and I go to global sections, I don't have any in this account because this is just for this website here. But if I did want to pull in even that test section, you'll see that I could do that here, okay? So because it's not global, all right? Now, if I'm using a template and I like this, I get all this sorted and I want to use this on all of the pages, what I need to do is save this here. And then I want to make sure to go to every page. I'm going to make this global, right? And I'm going to go to every single page in this website. And I want to make sure to swap out whatever header that they have for the one that I saved as global. Okay. So all of these settings are basically all the same. You do see one that's different on the side here, and this is new. We have the ability to now add e-commerce to our website, so definitely check out that training. I went into detail how you can get all of that set up, but that is a new functionality as well. You can see here, you toggle over the desktop and the mobile view. And then of course, all of these settings are the same. Okay. So that is really the overview of all of the amazing changes, all of the cool updates that HighLevel has provided. There are actually many, many more, but stick around. They're all coming. There's so many things coming. It's absolutely insane. So definitely check out the updates if you want to make your website faster, whatever you want to do. Then definitely check out that help doc there to walk you through that process and get that the new value. So thank you all so much for joining me. If you are not a HighLevel member yet, go to bridgetbartlett.com. You can check out the video series here about our program. If you do not have a HighLevel account, you can create one here. You can also create an account here if you're a sub account in someone else's agency, or if you are already a HighLevel member, whether you are on the $97, $297, or even $497 plan, we have options for you to join our program as well. So thank you all for joining me. I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Go make your vision a reality. Bye. Thank you so much for joining us for today's training. If you have any questions, you can join us for open office hours starting right now at bridgetbartlett.com. It's free and open to everyone, so I'll see you there.